What's up everybody, David Burns with you again. Hey, look at this hive. This is the one that's been going crazy all winter eating these winter bee kinds. They've eaten about 5 or 6 of these, and so it'd be fun to take a look. It's going to be interesting. Well, it's a perfect day to take a look inside hives for me. It's almost 68 degrees, about 67, no wind at all, and very sunny. So we can have a good safe inspection, not too cold to inspect the bees. And this is pretty early for me to be able to get into a hive. This will be March the 15th. So to actually look into a hive in the middle of March in Illinois is exceptionally great for me. So we're going to take a look. Got our winter bee kind board to take off first. While we're looking into this hive, I want to give a shout out to a subscriber, Roger, who says, "Thanks for your videos, Dave. My wife and I will be new to beekeeping this year, and we're learning a lot from your book and videos. We have also purchased your beginner class. Thanks for what you do for the new beaks." Hey, appreciate that, Roger. Thanks a lot. We just put this one on before we had that cold snap. If you follow my videos, you know that you saw me put this on. And you can see, even though it's spring, how they're still going at this. It's warm enough. Some people question, might this drip down, liquefy, but you can see they're really consuming it. So rather than bother them, we're just going to lean them up against the hive over here somewhere. For now. All right, let's take a look at this hive, see what's going on in here. Here's some extra sugar that is from the winter bee kind over here on the corner. Let's see how easy it might be to take this off. Another shout out to a subscriber, Christine, says, "Being new last year, I used all yellow, and after watching your videos this year, I'm trying black. I think I'll see the eggs better. I wear readers too, but my problem is they always fall off inside my hood, and then my ponytail comes undone and my hair covers my eyes. What a mess." Yeah, Christine, I know. Mine have fallen off so many times in my hood as well. What you can do is buy these little straps that go on the back of your earpiece of your glasses and around the back of your head. They fall off, they just kind of hang around your neck. So thanks, Christine, for being a subscriber. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to take this first frame out over here on the edge, but I want to loosen it up as much as I can by removing propolis, because it's not bad. Sometimes if you go into a hive and it's still kind of cold outside, all the sticky propolis makes it very challenging to pull up a frame, but we'll be able to do it. It's a little warmer today, so the propolis is kind of gooey. Still pretty sticky, actually. This is a very heavy frame right here. And as you can see, this frame is just a frame of capped over honey from last season. I do remember my last visible inspection, maybe in the fall, or maybe it was a warm day in the winter, but they had all of these filled with honey. And that still looks to be the case. Wow. Yep, mostly filled with honey, some open cells in the middle of nectar. So what we'll do is keep going across. We may get lucky and find some brood on top in the middle, but I'm not sure. Okay, a lot lighter of a frame. Could be a brood frame. Well, I see a lot of young bees that have emerged. And there's that some yellow pollen that they're bringing in today. And here's an example of some of that nice yellow pollen that they're bringing in today. By the way, I love using burlap in my smoker. Those of you that don't know about burlap, I buy it I buy it off Amazon. I'll leave an affiliate link below, but it's actually kind of a safe burlap, hasn't been treated with chemicals or anything. Ooh, this one has brood on it, so let's be careful we don't injure our queen. All right. You can see that the brood here is not a bad brood pattern. It's kind of, I wouldn't call it spotty, but it's kind of scattered around, and it's not unusual to see that this time of the season, early in the season. That's a lot of brood for this time of year. And we also want to see if we see many drones too. So far, I have not seen any drones at all. So on this frame, if you look in the cells, you can definitely see larvae. That's one of the things that my winter bee kinds on in the wintertime supports, is the addition of raising brood during the winter. And a lot of these bees that you can see are very young bees. Some of them are much more blonde in color. This hive is just so full of bees. Another light one, so there'll be brood on this one. You can tell when you start to pull them up how heavy they are. If they're real heavy, they have honey on them. And if they're real light, they have brood on them. You can see the brood on this one. A lot of capped over brood, a lot of young bees, a lot of young blonde bees. That's encouraging. And if you look closely, you can see a lot of bees that have that yellowish color pollen on their back legs today. Let's show you what it looks like down in the hive. Lighten up the screen a little bit, but you can see just how many bees are down in there. So this frame is just gorgeous. It's got a lot of yellow pollen on it. Then it's got brood that's down in the cells, either eggs and larvae. Capped over brood as well. This is an incredible hive. I don't know what else to say except I just want to put this back together and stop messing with it. Yeah, this is a little heavier. Getting back to some honey stores. Yep. Capped over honey. Bees walking around with some pollen in their back legs. Look at the pollen baskets, just totally full of pollen. That's incredible. Again, just take a look at the amount of bees that are down in there. In that second deep as well. And I suspect the queen is largely probably down in there laying eggs down in that bottom deep. So this is a hive that we're going to have to split as soon as we can, but we're not in a big hurry because I see very little signs of drones. So right now everything looks good. No reason to keep it so opened up and risk killing my queen. So we're going to put the hive back together. First time students, pay attention because you want to put your frames back in the same order that you took them out. Make sure the queen isn't on a frame that you might put it back and kill her if she's on any part of the wood as you place it back in. So give everything a good look over. Make sure it's safe to put these frames back in. You want to put them back away from the frame next to it and slide it toward that frame. Careful not to kill any bees like that. And as you can see over here, I'm using my frame holder that I showed you a video or so ago. Some people said the frame holder broke the weld joints. There's a hoverfly right there. That's scary, but I'm trusting. I gave it a good push before I put any frames on there and it didn't break. Beautiful. So just kind of watch how I'm handling these frames, and you can apply that to your bees when you start beekeeping here in a few weeks, or maybe you just started, or it might be another month for you. Okay, let's see if we can move anything. Oh yeah, I got some movement on that. Trying to move all the frames, all 9 frames over, because this frame I'm putting in is kind of thick with honey. Okay. Yep, bees are moving out of the way. We're not smashing any. I like that. Perfect. Very good. All right. Now, the question is, should I put the winter bee kind back on? I'm going to say no. And look at this. Here's the winter bee kind board. And coming out of winter, what do we have? Mrs. Small Hive Beetle being chased by a bee, maybe? About to lose her life right now. One small hive beetle down. So there's just not a lot of sugar left on this one, and it hasn't been on all that long. I'm going to leave it off, and should we see another cold snap, I'm going to put them a new one on because they just devoured that one. Smoke these bees down so that when we put our top cover on, for the most part, they are off the top. Go on. All right. Well, that was a fantastic opportunity to open up a hive, and I hope you enjoyed it. I was so pleased with how well those winter bee kinds performed over winter in my colonies this year. Not only did my colonies stay healthy and survive the winter, but they continued to brood up all winter long. And as you can see, like I said when I was out in the field, this colony today on March the 15th is stronger than most colonies are on June the 15th. And you've heard me say that before, that some of my strongest periods for my colonies, the most population, is in the wintertime. And it's crazy. These things work so well. Again, you've got to really get in the fast track if you want to use these winter bee kinds. They go on sale August the 1st and sell out so quickly. Let me remind you that when you're doing your inspections, please take my inspection guide along with you. It's really thorough. You need this. You can print it off, put it in a notebook, take it out to the field behind a clipboard or something. It helps you keep track of what you're looking at so you'll know what to do, what kind of actions to take when you're inspecting your hive. It'll keep you from just looking into a hive on your inspection day and not knowing what you're looking at or for. So you can download these. I'll leave a link below as the description below so you can know where to get these. And so many people love to use these when they're making their inspections. Also, I've got a great video for you guys. A lot of you have been asking me the same questions over and over about why I don't use inner covers. I knew you guys were going to ask me that, and I know you are, so don't ask me why I don't use inner covers. Just watch this video. This video will explain to you what I think of inner covers. Take a look. See you next time.